Yo, what's up? Original OC with you on the Original OC channel and the Watch Colony channel. The colony is back. We were on a little bit of a hiatus there, but we are back. Happy Halloween to everybody who celebrates Halloween. I'm not sure if that's just a US holiday or if it's a worldwide thing. Worldwide, happy Halloween. OC broadcasting live from OC Patio. It is an absolutely flawless, gorgeous day today. And we will be talking about a whole variety of things. Anything you guys want to talk about? What am I showing on the screen here? Let's get a video up. Let's get a video going here. Let's get some kind of visuals here. Here we go. All right, cool. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to stream. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've done this. I forgot how to do it. Let's see who's in the chat. We're broadcasting live on the Original OC and the Watch Colony channels. Let's start off with the upvotes. If you're watching the stream, upvote immediately. By the way, on the Original OC channel, I'm going to be setting a goal. That's right. And that goal will be let's see here. How will we let's see what should be the goal for this program? How about this? Let's do this goal. We need to get 10 super chats, $2 or higher in the first hour. Sound reasonable? Sound doable? I think we can do that. Let's do it. All right. Sorry, I'm just getting situated here. It's dead air. Sorry, guys. Boom. Get started. Let's see who is in the chat. I don't know which channel you're watching on, but it's all good. Got Ann Dewey in the chat. Howdy, y'all. We've got Boston Collector, who thought he was first, but he's not first. Close. SE. SE's first on the Watch Colony, but not first on the original OC channel. But that's cool. You're first on something. Logan is nowhere to be found, unfortunately. Logan is nowhere to be found. What's up, SE? Talking about your favorite topic today, the Patek Philippe Cubitus. Cubitus for the rest of us. Boston Collector, fun fact, nowhere in nature is completely square. It's hip to be square. Hey, we got Brody from LA in the chat. Brody did handling logistics and planning for the big LA meetup last week. Organized a fantastic dinner at Ocean Prime. Shout out to Prime. They treated us really well, and Brody organized the big dinner there. It was cool to see Brody in person, not only at, just at the dinners and all the stuff. So it's cool to meet all the people there, see all the peeps. Rose's in the chat. This stream should have been titled Cube Your Enthusiasm. What's up, Rose? Hey, we got McAllen Drinker also in the chat. Heard Boston Collector mentioned a few times on yesterday's European Watch Company live stream. Yeah, Boston typed in a few comments there. He's trying to egg them on. Like I saw his comments in the chat there. Where do you think the Cubitus will fall? How much over retail? Like they know. I mean, the truth is we know, and we probably have a better sense than these inside industry types where the Cubitus is likely to fall when all is said and done. SE reporting live from the Halloween tour around the neighborhood with my girls. Oh, pay attention to the girls, SE. Yeah, enjoy it. Soak up the moment. It'll be gone before you know it, and pretty soon they won't be trick-or-treating at all. Guys, we have a goal of 10 super chats on the original OC channel. It's simple. We have 1 hour to accomplish the goal. The super chats can be as small as $1.99. So, come on. Let's accomplish the goal, guys. Got CN in the chat. Missed ya. Hey, we were gone for 2 weeks. The colony was gone for 2 weeks. But now we're back. And for those of you who missed us in New York or missed us in LA, sorry about that, but we were busy. We're busy every day. I've been busy every day for the past 13 days. But I'm back. Okay, John D in the chat. What's up, John D? Hey, Double D. I had some Cubitus last night. It was a little dry. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. Let's not go there. By the way, Fratello, the editorial team of Fratello Watches, came out hard against the Cubitus. They have pulled their endorsement. This is a time of year where all the news publications issue their endorsements for their candidates, and Fratello Watches has panned the Cubitus. They don't like it. Is this the start of all watch industry insiders going public with their dislike of the Cubitus? Is it possible? Are we going to see Waco? Are we going to see the Waco and the Revolution team? Are we going to see the Monochrome team? Are we going to see the Hodinkee team and say that they don't like the Cubitus? Are they going to call out Terry Stern for his comments? What's going on, guys? We're talking about the aftermath of the Cubitus launch, and it's interesting to see so many players being vocal. They're going hard against Patek Philippe. Knocked them off their pedestal. What say you? Yes, Patek Philippe is SE's favorite topic at the moment for sure, and ridiculing the Cubitus. Hey, look at this. We got Rose, the $2 super chat. That's it. We're 1 down, 9 to go. It's simple, guys. We 10 super chats in the first hour. We have 50 minutes to go. It's just like this Spruik engagement. That's all it is. It's like an engagement building. It's a fun team building exercise. Let's do it. Got Ray and what's up, Ray? Got Dingo Day from Australia. Hello. It's still nighttime here. Love Mathis. Who doesn't love this? Come on. Mathis is the best. Can't get anyone more loyal and than Mathis. He's co-CEO of the Watch Colony Network. Got Johnny O representing Jacksonville, Florida in the chat. Very cool. Boston Collector said for 2049 when Patek's next model line Tagonus drops. That's right. It'll look exact. It'll be it'll emulate a stop sign. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is it EDP Tat OHD6? You come up with a better name. Like, I think you need to change your username to something that's easier to understand. I'll just call you Ed going forward. Ed is in the chat. Explorer 36 or Oyster Perpetual 36 in black. That is the question. Guys in the chat, what do you think? Oyster Perpetual 36 or Explorer 36? That's a good question. I think they're very similar. The Explorer is a sports watch, so it gives you the flip lock. Oyster Perpetual doesn't have the flip lock. Oyster Perpetual has the double batons. Explorer has the 369. I don't know. It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. I think the Explorer 36 is a little bit more special, a little bit more interesting than the Oyster Perpetual 36. That's what I say. You guys in the chat, please jump in. Please jump in. By the way, if you have a star next to your name, you're a member of the original OC channel. Thank you for being a member. Appreciate it. If you don't have a star next to your name, that means you are not a member. It's no big deal. No big deal. But everyone who's in the chat, I'd really, really appreciate if you were a member. So click on the link in the chat and you can become a member. Membership start as low as $4.99 a month. That's right. Shout out to the team building. Team building. We're planning. We're in the process of planning some events for November, December, January, and February. Some of them will be public events. Some of them will be private events. I'll be honest with you. There will be a lot of them will be private events. Sorry, guys, but if you know, you know. If you're in the inner circle, you're in. If you're not, it's okay. There'll be plenty of public events too. But we're doing events in different places. Meeting up with the Watch community. Hey, we got Andui, $1.99 super chat. There we go. Membership link, por favor. There you go. I dropped it. I could read your mind. The link to become a member is in the chat. Let's see here. MD Chaz is in the chat. Not a fan of the double batons. I agree with that. I'm not a huge fan of that either. Boston Collector says, since it's for your teenage niece, go OP36. I didn't know it was. Did he say it was for his niece? I didn't see that. But if it is for your niece, that's probably a good call, OP36. If it's for a guy, go Explorer 36. Listened in halfway. Fratello is completely useless. The fangs come out. Let's destroy Fratello. The editorial team of Fratello has come out against the Cubitus in a very public, a nasty and vicious public manner. Hey, Ray, €2 super chat. Kiss rocks. And it's a G-Shock. I think that's designed to rhyme. Thank you, Ray. Guys, we're 3 super chats into our goal of 10. Thank you. We have 45 minutes to get 7 more super chats. So let's do it. Be wary of trust falls in the colony network. Be wary of trust fall. What's a trust fall? What does that mean? I'm not familiar with that term. Rose, elaborate. McAllen Drinker, thank you for the question. I'm not authorized to speak on behalf of the company, so I'm going to direct you to barossa.co. So thank you very much. But personal information is requested for identity verification. Everybody who's a member of Barossa has their identity verified. So no trolls allowed, no anonymous people allowed. So, but I'm not a spokesperson for the company, so please reach out to barossa.co for more information. Thank you. Oh, at minimum, Patek Philippe should be put on probation from the Holy Trinity for the Cubitus debacle. There we go. Hey, we got Captain, new member. He's a new campaign volunteer on the original OC channel. Thank you, Captain. By the way, we're doing a dinner on next Thursday in New York City. Everybody's invited. If you are listening now and you're in the New York City area, reach out to me immediately. We're doing an event at Bucherer Bryant Park. Actually, it's not my event, but we're doing a meetup, pre-meetup there at Bucherer Bryant Park, 4 to 6, then dinner, 6:30. Reach out to me. Dinner, New York City, next Thursday, November 7th. Don't say you didn't hear about it. Don't say, oh, well, I didn't know. I'm telling you right now. Thank you, Captain. Guys, we're in the middle of a vicious and nasty political campaign to win the hearts and minds of the entire YouTube universe. So we need your help. Become a campaign volunteer today. The link is, I think I already dropped the link, but I'll drop it again. Please consider becoming a member today. There is the link. Oh, trust falls. Oh, okay, I get it. So that's where you have a team building exercise, and one member, is like, hey, fall back, close your eyes and fall backward, and the team is supposed to catch you, and sometimes they don't. Oh, Shamba Basher's in the chat. Shamba Basher says the watch collector. That's a guy in the UK, I believe. The UK, they're very bitter. It's very the Mad Watch Collector also came out against the Cubitus. Guys, the aftermath is vicious. People are piling on. People are attacking Patek Philippe. They're attacking Terry Stern. They're attacking this release with all of their might. I need to do our best to bring a balanced perspective to the situation. I don't think the watch is all bad. Come on. It's like it's a Nautilus XL or Nautilus SQ. Nautilus SQ. Brody, $2 super sticker. Thank you very much, Brody. It's game over. Game over. Unfortunately, by the way, the super sticker doesn't count towards the goal. The goal has to be super. So any super chat, $1.99 and above, counts towards the goal. I appreciate the sentiment, but it's game over. It's game over for the Yankees, guys. Game over for the Yankees. I watched the highlight reel this morning, and the Dodgers were able to capitalize on some interesting errors, some interesting blunders by the Yankees in Game 5. And congratulations to my hometown team, the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's great having two teams that for whom you can root. I root for the Yankees. I root for the Dodgers, Whoever wins, I get to celebrate. But hey, the Dodgers are my hometown team. Congratulations to you on winning the World Series 2024. Hey, we got N. Dewey, who's a new member, campaign volunteer. Thank you, N. Dewey. Appreciate it, man. Guys, if you're not a member, please become a member today. Captain will try to make it. Great. If you want to attend, you're in the group. So if you want to attend that the pre-meetup at Bucherer, please RSVP to the email address in the chat. Not in this chat, but in the oh, Sean, coming in hard. Coming in hard this morning. Good morning. Cubitus equals stupitus. Oh, tough. Sorry. Man. You know what? I think, to be honest though, they do bear some criticism, some fair criticism over the name, right? The name isn't a good name. So that was the first kind of red flag. It was a big red flag. It's just a bad name. You know, like Nautilus kind of gives, it's nautical inspired. The Aquanaut, it's like the baby brother of the Nautilus. It's aqua, it's like it has a rubber strap. It can go in the water up to like 3 inches without getting damaged. But I guess Cubitus, like it's a cube shape, but that Cubitus, it's just fucking dumb. Just a bad name, unfortunately. What happened to the last Watch Colony stream? As I was watching, it went private. Yeah. That one was too spicy to remain public, which is why I got to tell you, you guys should know this by now. When you receive a notification to watch the Watch Colony, you better start watching it immediately, because if you don't, chances are it could be pulled at any time. Any of these programs could go members only or get pulled at any time. Macallan Drinker. So thank you for the comment. Good question. Hey, look at this. Happy Meal. $10 super chat. Reissue of the Colony Pin Fund. By the way, I have one pin for myself and I have one extra pin that Mathis gave me. When I was in Los Angeles, I had 2 pins. One of them went to Sean. So congratulations, Sean. Honorary member of, well, he's a member of the Watch community. There's no doubt about that. He doesn't need anyone to give him a pin to give him credibility or credentials in this space. Shout out to Sean. But I have 1 pin left. So if you want it, come to dinner next Thursday in New York City if you don't already have a pin, and I will give you the one last remaining. They're collectible, guys. There was 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100, and I think we're down to 1 left. Look at this. Brody, down to 7 watches. Need a daily piece. Suggestions welcome. Brody has liquidated 6. Am I allowed to say, Brody? 6 watches? That's right. He went from 13 to 7. So there you go. Went from 13 to 7. 6 of those watches have been sold. And if you want to give us a recap, Brody, on which watches you liquidated, or maybe you don't want to, but maybe you want to say which watches remain, let us know, and then we could help choose a daily for you. You got rid of some questionable pieces, so I think you made a really good move, Brody. Bad news, Yankees. Hello, Grandmaster Chime in the chat. Got Tom Voss in the house. Holy shit! There's over 50 people watching. That's fucking incredible. Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Halloween. It's the Watch Colony channel. We're also broadcasting on the original OC channel. Over 50 people watching on both YouTube channels. Plus, we have 3 watching on Grindr and 6 on Tinder. Shout out to the folks watching on Tinder. If you're watching on Tinder, head on over to YouTube, where you can super chat on the original OC channel, by the way. Help Brody out, by the way, and help him pick a daily. Hey, Shamba Basher. That's awesome. Thank you, man. £4 super chat. The Cubitus is awful, OC, and too big for your wrist. I appreciate the feedback, Shamba. Guys, we are 5. I think we're 5 super chats down. It's pretty awesome. You guys are awesome. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I spoke too soon. Look at this. Sean coming in. 6th super chat of the show. $4.99. Honored to have the pin pinned on me. Thank you, OC and Mathis. Yeah, we made a video of it, by the way, of pinning. We met up with Sean for dinner. We had a great dinner at in downtown LA, and we pinned Sean with the honorary colony membership. Thank you, Sean. We're talking about anything and everything on this show, the aftermath of the Cubitus launch. We could talk about a recap of the Los Angeles meetups, whatever you guys want to talk about. Enter your questions in the chat. We're 4 super chats away from hitting our goal, and the goal is simple. All we need to do is hit 10 super chats in the first hour, and they can be anything from $1.99 up. So there you go. Cubitus would be a great watch if they shaved down the sides. I agreed. Why'd they put the wings on it? And rounded it off a bit and maybe change the name to... There you go. Nautilus. By the way, Monochrome has an article today where they compare the 5711, the 5811, and the 5821. It's a pretty interesting article. And I think they're getting a little bit of criticism because they say that the 5821, which is the new Cubitus, is the same size as a 5711. And it is in most dimensions, except for one dimension, the 10-4 diameter. The 10-4 diameter on the traditional Nautilus is like 41 or 41 and a half, I believe, or 40 and a half. And the diameter on the Cubitus 10-4 is 45. So it's basically the same on all dimensions except for that one. And it's an important dimension because it does sit large diagonally on the wrist. Shamba Basher says, we missed you, OC. I know, I've been gone for 2 weeks. We've all been gone for 2 weeks, guys. Buckley and I did a short live stream a few days ago, and it was too spicy for public consumption. So we had to make it, we either made it, I think we made it fully private. So if you missed it, sorry you missed it. A few people reached out to me and said, can I see it? And I don't think we can, unfortunately. I think it's privatized. But we're back. Watch Colony is back. We're back with full force. We're planning events across the United States and internationally. We will be, and by we I mean members of the team are going. We're going to go to Puerto Rico. We're going to go to New Orleans. We're going to go to Miami. We're here in New York, strong. We're going to go to Geneva. We're going to go to Dubai. All of these things are coming up. Don't say you didn't know about it, because when nothing's more annoying than getting a text message in the morning of an event. Go, oh, OC, I'm here. Where's dinner? Don't do that, guys. These events will be publicized plenty of time in advance. Some of them are private, some are public. A lot of them are going to be private. So we just the inner circle is locked in. And we'll be doing a ton of very, very cool meetups around the globe. But I appreciate that you missed me. I'm back. The whole team is back. OC is back. Kimbo's back. Diego's back. Buckley's back. Eddie Mao. Eddie's Watches. PK. PG. Logan Hall. We're all back, fuckers. Boston Collector. Q. We're all back, and we're operating on full cylinders. But happy to answer any questions in the chat. But I was going to pull up the Fratello video. The Fratello editorial team went hard against the Cubitus. A lot of people have gone hard against the Cubitus. Theo and Harris have gone hard against the Cubitus. A lot of other YouTubers have attacked the Cubitus viciously, and I think we should provide a balanced and fair perspective on it. It's going to grow on us over time. We'll see how it ends up. That's right, Mathis. I've missed Mathis too. Where the hell are you, mate? We saw Mathis in New York. It was an honor, absolute honor, meeting up with Mathis in New York. Mathis, in some ways, was the MVP, MVP of New York City Watch Meetup. Ooh, Shamba. Come on, man. The Cubitus is frankly an embarrassment. Such a visceral reaction. I'm telling you, the reactions are fierce. We got Dodger in the chat. What's up, Dodger? Dodger says, Mathis pinned me with the royal pin. Dodger. It's cool to see Dodger. I didn't get to spend too much time with Dodger in New York. It's a shame. I apologize for that, Dodger. I wish we could spend more time together. I didn't even see you at the at JJ's dinner pre-meetup. I might have saw you like briefly. That was it's unfortunate. Let's carve out more time next time. I did see Dodger in London though in June. Grandmaster Chime says, "Did Russell's wife like the Cubitus though?" That's right, Russell, who is, I won't give it his Instagram name because it's private, but Russell, who's a member of our community, did get the Cubitus. He got the 5822, the platinum instantaneous grand 8. Congratulations to Russell. Ooh, Web 1. Coming in with a prediction here. Cubitus will be under retail in 2 years. Patek Philippe CEO Terry Stern is an embarrassment to the watch industry. Wow. This is harsh. Harsh attacks here, guys. Tell us how you really feel. Logan finally made it to the chat. Where have you been? Logan Hall's grill streams. Mathis used Logan Hall's steak consulting service yesterday evening with a video call to ensure his grilling techniques were up to par. That's right, guys. Logan Hall isn't just a YouTube channel. It's a paid consulting service. So if you need help with any of your grilling needs, reach out to Logan Hall's grill streams. Consultations are not free, but they are high quality. Dingo Dave from Australia, still in the chat. What's up, Vimal Nair? No sports Patek will be under retail in this decade. Vimal says he has hope for the Cubitus. He thinks Cubitus will do well and hold its value. Still 50 people watching. Guys, we are 6. We've got 6 super chats. We are 4 away. We need to get 4 more super chats at $1.99 or above in the next 26 minutes to hit our goal. Please help us hit our goal. It's simple. And it's fun. It's a team goal, guys. But type in your questions in the chat. The link, by the way, is pinned. If you want to be on the panel, jump on. If you're on the original OC channel, the link is pinned. Hop on the panel. Everyone's welcome. We're talking Cubitus. We're talking recap of the Los Angeles meetups. Any questions you have, toss them my way. I'm going to do a... How long of a stream am I doing? It's happy Halloween to everybody. I don't know. It's a beautiful day in the Northeast today. By the way, I also saw something else. Let me see if I can pull it up. I saw an article on Bloomberg, but it's behind a paywall. Let me see if I can at least pull up the headline. I thought this was fascinating, though. God, I hate the fact that they put this big banner in front of everything. Ugh. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. Nah, I can't. Bloomberg really is annoying sometimes. You know what? Screw Bloomberg. We'll go to we'll go somewhere else. If I don't dox myself. Nah, that doesn't work. Oh well. Let's see. All right, guys, what do you think of the Cubitus launch? Any other any questions? Any more comments? Vamal says, if the Cubitus trades at or below retail, I will buy 2. There you go. Let's see here. Let me pull up. I'm just going to pull up. Well, I don't want to give these guys any free promotion. Well, okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll share this tab here. Check this out. This is a kind of an overview of the reaction the YouTube community has given to the Cubitus here. Number one result here is Britt Pierce, 77,000 views. Patek Philippe Cubitus, here's everything you need to know. Kind of a nice neutral subject line. We have Jenny L, 28,000 views. This new watch is bad. Which makes it good? Question mark. Patek Philippe Cubitus. I didn't see this video. I don't really watch Jenny L, but kudos to her. Then we have Watch Eric, 23,000 views. Is Patek Philippe off their meds? I'm disgusted. Alleged Patek leak. This was before it was official. Him doing, that patented YouTube look. Ah! That's designed to bring in the views. Fratello Talks. This is what came out today. Fratello Talks, the Patek Philippe Cubitus. They destroyed it. The editorial team of Fratello destroyed the Cubitus. Here we go. That's us. The aftermath. It's good to see that we show up in the algorithm. Patek Philippe Cubitus review. Here's why it's a major home run. Shout out to Hafez Mahmoud, 19,000 views. Here's Patek Philippe Geneva, the official Patek Philippe YouTube channel, 2.6 thousand views. That's a video that I played at the outset of the show. So yeah, a variety of opinions here. Here's one from a YouTuber. Patek Philippe Cubitus is a winner. There you go. Here's one from a guy named Watch Chris. Patek Philippe Patek Philippe says, if you don't like the new Cubitus, you probably can't afford it. That's unfair. Yeah, I don't think Terry Stern said that. But there you go. That's the reaction to the Cubitus from the YouTube community. I just did a search. I just did a search for like Patek Cubitus, and that's what came up. I didn't do an exhaustive search. I didn't do any extensive checking of what query terms result in what results there. Sorry. Hey, we got Speedy Horrendous in the chat. What's up, Speedy? Good to see you here. The Cubitus looks like an ugly as Fook Cartier Santos. Oh man, a lot of people describing the new Cubitus as ugly. I'm probably not immune from having that reaction. when I thought it was fake, when I thought it was a fraud, when I thought it was a hoax, when I hoped and dreamed. As a matter of fact, by the way, the people at Fratello, the editorial team at Fratello, said that they wished that it were a hoax, which is something I think I said too. Uh, they said when they saw the leak come out, they hoped that it was a hoax. And by the way, I'm not off the record. When you talk to people who work for the authorized dealers and the Patek Philippe boutiques, you'd be surprised. You'd be shocked at what their off the record comments are about the watch. I can't repeat them because they're off the record, but you would be shocked at what they really think. Hey, Shamba Basher, thank you, man. £2 super chat. Russell, you need help. OC has my contact details. No, Russell. I think it's a great pickup for Russell. Russell is has an amazing collection, and he's a huge fan and loyal supporter of Patek Philippe. So it's no surprise that he got the 5822, the platinum Cubitus. Congratulations to Russell. Shamba Basher, that was our 7th super chat. We need 3 more super chats, guys. 3 more super chats to reach our goal of 10 super chats. We have 19 minutes left to achieve our goal. Let's see. I just got a comment here from private message from Thomas Burnett. All right, here we go. I'll be playing this video. Let's see here. All right. This comes courtesy of Thomas Burnett. It is a video from. I'll give you the citation after the video is over, but apparently this is a new ad for the Patek Philippe Cubitus, or maybe it's a spoof ad. We'll see. Let's check it out.
Okay, Jack, you can do this. They're all here for you after all. 1 year sober. I'm okay. This is okay. Hey, Malaika, you have a gram in your purse. Charles, old buddy, when did you get out of rehab? Hey, you, I don't know half these people. Anyway, anyone seen my daddy? I got trust fund issues. Hello, got a cake. Great, just when I kicked my sugar substitute addiction. Aunt Claire, hey, how happy to see you too. You got me a gift? Wait, no, weird box, but did you get me a Nautilus? Oh, great, I love it. Oh God, now I gotta wear this all evening. I need a drink. Oh, Aunt Claire, you were always my favorite.
Vicious and nasty, guys. Thank you, Thomas Burnett. By the way, that is courtesy of. I want to give proper credit. Courtesy of Uptick Watch Reviews. Uptick Watch Reviews, and that ad is called a Patek Tragedy Cubitus Edition. Thank you, Uptick Watch Reviews. Johnny O, super chat number 8. Help for making the rent payment. Thank you, guys. I got to pay rent tomorrow. I got to make the mortgage payment. We got to hit 10 super chats of $1.99 or above to hit our goal. We have 2 more to go. 2 more to go, and we have 40, and we have 15 minutes to do it. I'm confident we'll make it. Hey, we got Bobby Dazzler in the chat. Give me that 2-tone Cubitus. It looked sick in real life. I know. I think that one's my favorite too. I would like the steel, but the steel has a cheap and nasty HoloLink Chinese-made bracelet. Shout out to the Patek Philippe team for copying the exact bracelet that was on the old steel Nautilus. If you like if you like the feeling of a light, cheap, hollow, uh, Chinese made. Listen, Chinese make good stuff. Don't knock it. I mean, I'm not knocking it just because it's made in China. Uh, but if you like that feeling of a cheap, light, hollow link steel bracelet, then the Cubitus has copied the Nautilus bracelet to a T, and you'll love it. Thank you, Johnny O, for super chat number 8. Shamba Basher says, whoever named it the Cubitus or Cubitus, no one's actually pronounced it yet, so we don't know how it's pronounced. Could be Cubitus, could be uh, Cubitus, maybe Cubitos. Needs to be taken aside for a good talking to. Disaster boys, emotional damage. Got Gen G in the chat. What's up, Gen G? Hey, Thomas Burnett, super chat number 9 for playing the uptick parody. Thank you, Thomas Burnett, for the private message. Thomas Burnett has a direct line to OC via the bat phone. Thank you for the suggestion. We are one super chat away from hitting our goal. I'm really proud of you guys. I have no doubt we're going to do it. If anybody super chats anything $1.99 or above in the next 13 minutes, we will hit our goal. Alex, wristwatch holic. Alex, by the way, put together a phenomenal dinner in Los Angeles last Friday. Was it Friday or Thursday? Thursday night in Los Angeles, downtown LA, overlooking the city. Phenomenal restaurant. We had a huge team there. I can't even remember everybody who was there. I'm just terrible at remembering stuff. Can we talk about the new CW? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what CW is. CW, you mean the network? CW Beal Canta Classic. I don't even know what that is. CW. If anyone knows what a CW Bell Canta is, then let me know in the chat. But I'm not familiar with that. But I have an aversion to garbage brands, guys. I don't like garbage brands. But if anyone can fill me in on what that is, I appreciate it. Hey, Happy Meal. Super sticker. Unfortunately, super stickers don't count. $2 super sticker. Game over. That was the same super sticker that Brody did earlier in the show. I appreciate it, man. But unfortunately, super stickers don't count towards the goal. It sucks. It's a YouTube thing. YouTube has this thing where you can choose the goal for the show. And it was very explicit. It was super chats only. Check this out. Alex in the chat, member for 2 months, Christian Ward. Okay, Christian Ward. I'll check it out. I promise. Guys, if you have a star next to your name, that means you're a member. Check and see if you have a member milestone chat available. If you don't use it, you lose it. So just click on the dollar bill. If you click on the dollar bill, then you use your free milestone chat. But those don't count towards the goal either. Sorry. Christian Ward. We'll pull up Christian Ward in a minute. Dear Artifacts in the chat. Hey, member for 2 months. Not big on the Cubitus, but excited to see what happens with Universal Genève. That's right. There was a private equity company, the same company that owns Breitling, also bought the rights to Universal Genève. And it's fun to say Universal Genève. So it will be interesting to see what happens with Universal Genève pretty soon. Hey, Logan Hall's Grill Streams. Not first, but met the goal. There we go. We hit it, guys. Goal achieved. Awesome. Awesome job, guys. Absolutely phenomenal job. And Happy Meal, I want a refund. Game over. Thank you, Happy Meal. We have accomplished our goal. It was easy. It was easy. I always knew you guys could do it. Happy Meal did a great show yesterday. Phenomenal show on his new channel. His channel, by the way, is called The Franchise Club. And I'm going to pull it up now. I think that's the name. I don't mean to. Franchise Club. Yeah, The Franchise Club. And I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Please subscribe to this channel. Boom. The Franchise Club. Check it out. I watched it. I usually don't watch it in real time. I usually watch maybe the first hour or so live, and then I watch the rest of it on the replay. Hey, dear Artifact, give us your best soccer call. That's a $7 Canadian super chat. Go! Go! You ever hear those Spanish language announcers when they're doing the commentary on the soccer matches? Go! Thank you, dear Artifact. Really appreciate that. So much pressure. No, you're. If there's one person who knows how to carry a show, and by the way, you were lit. You were lit last night. You could tell that Curly was he was on the good stuff last night. He was on the good stuff, but did a fantastic show. And someone jumped on the panel. A couple of people jumped on the panel, I think late. Check it out. Goldfinger 0808 is in the chat. It was good seeing Goldfinger in New York. Saw him at Watch Time New York. Clipping it. Yeah, though. Check out the Franchise Club. I dropped the link in the chat. Good channel. If you're not doing anything between the hours of 1 a.m. and 5 a.m., check it out. It's but watch it on the replay. It's fun to watch it on the replay. That way you can avoid the 45-minute intros and the 3.5 hours of video clip replays. You can condense a 5.5 hour show down to about 19 minutes and get all the good stuff. No, I love that show. I mean, the clips are good. Its clips are good. Hey, Jen G in the chat, member for 2 months. Oh, the Cubitus, make it stop. Hey, at least we're not talking about AP and their silly commercials and their Klein Musik collaboration. They've taken all the oxygen out of the industry. They really have with this Cubitus release. But listen, we got a super chat earlier, so let's give the people some value for their money. Check it out. It's the new Christian Ward C1 Bell Canto Classic, whatever the hell that means. It's a long name, but Christian Ward C1 Bell Canto Classic. Let's discover this for ourselves. Let's go through this. I'm not a big fan, but I gotta tell you, when we went to watch Wind Up in New York City, the big brands there were Christian Ward, Fears, Atelier Wen, and there were a couple others that if you guys remember what the big brands were, drop them in the chat. It's a pretty good place. I highly recommend you spend 45 minutes or an hour at Wind Up. So kudos and congratulations to Christian Ward on their release. We'll go through this article in 5 minutes. Guys. Happy Halloween to everybody. We still have over 50 people watching this garbage. No one on the stream, no one dares to hop on with OC. Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared to hop on with OC. They feel like, I don't know. I don't, certainly I can't, control an entire show by myself. So this is not good quality content. But listen, being on a panel is hard because you got to be on your A game. You got to be on your A game. But I think lots of people are on deck to be the next YouTube celebrity. Logan Hall's grill stream. Cilantro is my friend. That's right. If you want to watch, that's the only thing that can give Happy Meals intros a run for its money. The 90 minutes nonstop footage of Logan Hall finely dicing and chopping cilantro. That is epic content, guys. It's epic content. Jen G says in 2 weeks, it's 2 weeks or more later, and we are still as adamant in how we feel Terry struck lightning by accident. Okay, so she likes it. She loves it. She loves the watch. We're adamant about it, guys. We love it. Terry Stern has struck lightning in a bottle. The Cubitus rules. Got Mikey Cassio in the chat. Got Dodger, loves cilantro. Got Wayne's World. Wayne Basha in the chat, rebranded as Wayne's World. $2.79 Canadian. Hi, OC. Thanks for the curly site. Yep. Listen, we're driving. It's all about Circular Drama LLC. I don't mind. Curly's always been reasonably fair to me. Listen, was there a time where Curly and I went at it? Sure. Two coaches. What was it? Two coaches trash talking before the game, or two political campaign managers going toe to toe. Hey, Diego.
Hey.
What's up? Are you at the gym or are you at work?
Oh no, I'm off work today.
Off work on Halloween. You get Halloween off. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, man. Yep. Same with you, right?
Yep, I have today off and every day. I have not seen this new Bel Canto. This is a 3-minute read, according to the editorial team at Monochrome. Shout out to monochrome-watches.com, source of this article. The new Bel Canto Classic offers few captivating updates, making it look more classic. But before we get to this article, Diego, any thoughts on anything? Have your notions and perceptions of the Cubitus changed over the past 2 weeks? Any thoughts on the LA meetups? Any significant events that occurred, or any summary you want to provide?
It's a lot to unpack there. Let's do one at a time.
Yeah, one at a time.
Cubitus, yeah, I saw it in person, and I gotta say it surprised me. I'd never go for one. I'd never want one for myself, but
Did your mic cut out? You there? Hello? Diego, your mic's gone. Okay, now you're back.
Okay. I was saying that it surprised me. There's been quite a few watches where the photos themselves, I think it's disgusting, and I think it's horrible. It's too big, it's too blocky. But then you see the watch in person, and you're like, okay, it's actually pretty cool. I kind of feel that way with the Cubitus. I still think that it's not the most attractive looking watch, right? The case shape is not an attractive case shape, but on the wrist, it's not as bad as you would think it is. I think they did a pretty good job of integrating the bracelet with the case. Still not for me. I would never get one, but surprised. That was my initial reaction.
Yeah, I mean, I think people are trying their best to give it the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, it doesn't look absolutely hideous on the wrist, but come on. I mean,
Here's the issue with the Cubitus, and you and I think we texted about this, or maybe spoke on the phone. The watch right now is getting a lot of bad press, and I kind of blame Terry for all of this. I think he handled the release very poorly. I think you were in LA when a lot of these articles came out where he was calling people haters.
Yep.
You can't afford it. You'll never get a Patek anyways. Totally the wrong approach. When people saw the watch get released, there was obviously some initial gut reactions, right? Oof, too big. What were they thinking? It's just a Nautilus, like all these things. And he reacted viscerally. And it reinforced people. Like, you don't call the people that don't like your product haters. If I were Terry and I saw the reaction that he saw, the way I would have handled it would have been as follows. It's like, hey, we have a wide spectrum of designs and sizes for different collectors. We want to be a brand that's inclusive, not just to the the old guard, but for the new generation coming forward. And we believe that this watch fills a gap that perhaps existed previously in Patek Philippe. And while it might not be for everybody, we know that there's going to be some people that think it's a breath of fresh air, right? If he would have said that, I mean, you really can't hate the guy.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been a very gracious way to handle criticism, to say exactly what you said and say, listen, we understand that every watch that we introduce, you may not like it or love it upon first sight, but we think we we did our best, and we think it's something that as it will age well over time.
And even I wouldn't even say that. I would just say, look, if you don't like it, that's okay. We have many other models. We have Aquanauts. We have high complications. We have simple Calatravas. Whatever you want, we're a one-stop shop for everybody. For the people that like giant watches, now you have the Cubitus. For the people that like elegance, you've got the 6119.
Mm-hmm.
You have the 5167, 8.3 millimeters thick. Like, whatever. That's all you had to say. And you can't hate on that. You can just simply go, oh, he's right. Yeah, like maybe Patek Philippe isn't designing watches exclusively for me, right? Maybe I'm not the only customer. Just because I like the 5712 doesn't mean that Patek's having board meetings of, all right, guys, what do you think Diego's going to like? Maybe they're thinking, hey, there's a lot of people that love big watches. This Cartier Santos is a big hit. They're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
Yep.
We don't really have anything that fits that. Maybe we should enter that market. And big square watches with integrated bracelets, it doesn't belong to any one brand. Sure, Cartier has done it the longest, but there's no law that says Patek Philippe can't put their hat in the ring. The issue is, and I think we all agree, that the other sports lineups are much more attractive. That the Cubitus is probably too big for a lot of people. The rumors that it was going to be an entry-level watch, that it was going to be inexpensive. I don't know where those came from. I don't know if those were words straight from Terry's mouth or if that's just what people assumed. But let's not forget, this is Patek Philippe, right? It's 41,000 for a Cubitus is less than, it's cheaper than any other sports steel watch they have, which would be 5712, which I think starts at like 50 something, maybe 40.
Yeah, but that's because they discontinued
5711.
Yeah, 5711, the steel 57. Yeah. But the Aquanaut's still cheaper, right? Or no?
The 300, yeah. Actually, you're right. Their 300 on bracelet, I think, is like 30 something. So, but either way, I don't think the watch is for everybody. Like I said, it surprised me. It's better than I expected. But I think the real stain on the watch and on the brand itself right now is all because of Terry. He handled it very poorly. He handled it very immaturely. The last thing you want to say to people that you're trying to change their opinion or the market as a whole All right, let's forget about changing your and I opinion of the watch OC, right? Obviously, calling us haters is the worst thing you could do. But the market, how does that look that the president and CEO of a Holy Trinity brand with so much history is using words like hater and you can't afford it anyways?
Yeah. I
People
understand.
talk about these brands being elitist snobs, right? And then we always defend them like, no, like they're great people. You just have to get to know them. He took all of that and threw it in the trash.
I think he was very defensive, because, and I think a lot of the criticism too is that he wants to take 100% of the credit for the watch, the design of the watch, and he even says in a recent article, someone asked him how much, what proportion of credit falls on you for the watch, and he said, "Well, design 100%."
Mhm.
So, and people don't love the design, so he's getting very defensive and saying that the people who don't like the design are haters. Now, I understand he wanted to use the term "low IQ trolls," but I filed for trademark registration protection for that, so he couldn't say that. Instead, he went with the generic haters. I understand,
Mhm.
but it's not a good look for him, and it's also, I think people were questioning, why is this guy allowed to be such an autocrat in running the company, that he decided single-handedly what the watch was going to look like, engaged a team of a very, very close team to basically be his yes man and basically carry it out, and pushed for a new complication. And this has been in the works for 6 years, and they started working on the movement 4 years ago. Not a
Mhm.
single person said, "Hey, like, can we look at a few different other designs?" Or, "Are you
Yeah,
sure you want to go with," I mean, he was able to ramrod this through without anybody in the company questioning him, as far as we know.
yeah. You never want to surround yourself with yes men, me tours, me firsters. None of those people. I think anybody else, if anybody else in the company had made that interview, and let's just say it was an unsanctioned interview, they would probably have been reprimanded, right?
Yep, for
And
sure.
I truly think that after the fact of the interviews, that he probably looked deep inside and went, "That was stupid. Like that was really dumb. I shouldn't have said that, but I was passionate. I was emotional. I just want people to love this." And you and I deal with it, right? We get a lot of people saying, um, the colony streams are boring, blah, blah, blah. There's no drama. It's not fun.
Yep.
And my response to that is not, well, fuck you guys. You don't know what you're talking about. And we have better content than you. No, my response is, I get it. Like you're into a different thing and I don't provide that. So I'm not going to try to change your mind. I'm not going to tell you that you're stupid. He took the other approach.
Yep. And by the way, all those people watch anyway, so there you go. Gatsby, $10 super chat. Diego, you're absolutely right. Attacking customers is always a losing strategy. Unfortunately, it is the trend today. Hollywood has made a sport of calling critical fans toxic.
Mhm.
Yes. The toxic trolls.
I'm a big proponent of, like, I look at music the same, right? If you look at my iPhone and you look at my music, I've got thousands of songs from thousands of bands. I don't believe in, I'm going to download the entire album, right? I pick and choose the songs I like. It's the same with the watches. Any brand, AP, Patek, Vacheron, Rolex. There's a couple that I really like, and then the other ones I don't. And that's okay. And I think some of these brands have this notion that you have to be a fan of the entire brand. AP's guilty of it where, well, if you love AP, you love the code, you know. Um, Patek, same thing. Well, if you love the brand, don't you want a high complication? Well, not really. I think the Nautilus is a great looking watch. I think it fits my lifestyle. What do I need a minute repeater perpetual chronograph for? So I think Terry might have forgotten that, and I don't know. It would have been a really nice breath of fresh air if he had just said, "Hey, I mean, if you don't like it, that's okay. We're going to keep doing new things. Stay tuned. Hope you stay excited, and there's going to be new stuff. So thank you for your input. It's noted, and carry on." And everybody would have said, "What a mature way of responding to all the hate." People would have loved him. He would have been hailed the king. I mean, seriously, Elsie, what would if that's how you responded, and you were going on like stream saying how bad it is and what a disaster.
Yep.
Honestly, like, what if he came out with a statement like that? How would you react? What would your reaction be?
Much. It would have been a non. It probably wouldn't have been. It would have been like a non-story. It wouldn't have been
Mhm.
blown up. It would have been
Would
just
any part
a,
of you been like, I guess he's right?
yeah, for people who read articles like that, sure. But the thing is, the fact that he gave such a negative response and was so defensive, the response made mainstream went to mainstream media, mainstream watch media. It would have been just a normal insider interview with CEO Terry Stern interview, and no one would have read it if he hadn't said what he said.
Yeah.
So it's I think it's like a perfect storm of things where people are frustrated that they can't get the watches that they want. They're frustrated with the practice of requesting watches from authorized dealers and being in the dark. They're frustrated that Patek Philippe is, the king of the hill, and it's very hard to get watches from them. On top of that, they introduce a watch that visually they think is not very attractive, and then on top of that, Terry Stern makes these comments. It's kind of like it's like, again, like a perfect storm of frustration for a lot of people at this particular time.
Mhm.
A couple
Timepiece
things.
Temptress, hello, welcome.
Hi. Yeah, a couple things. Like, we talked about the Cubitus like 2 weeks ago on our Tuesday night show, and two of the people had Patek on their list. Some of them even had, they have Pateks. They were looking to get another Patek. They have the money to get a Patek at that level. And hearing Thierry say this, they were like, forget it. That money's going to a different watch. Some of them are going to Crayon because they really like the design. Some of them are looking at, several different models, especially at that level of money. Like, if you're going to put money into something, you're pretty serious about what you're doing.
Yeah, and
And
I was going to make a comment of that. Like, did he consider like? So I had an experience. I don't know. Whenever I was in New York, right, with a different brand, where the service was pretty bad, and I made the decision, and I probably wasn't going to get a watch from them anyways, but I still was like, wow, I don't want to do business with you guys, right?
yeah,
So imagine someone that has been loyal to the
yeah,
brand, or has, like OC said, you have been waiting, you have your frustrations, you're doing all the right things, and then this guy comes out and says, "Oh, you're a hater because you don't like it." It's like, you know what, dude?
yeah,
Fuck you. I'm gonna spend my money elsewhere. Like, you weren't born like some deity where I have to give you my money and I'm going to
yeah.
teach you a lesson. And a lot of it is principle. One person deciding, "Oh, I'm going to get a crayon instead of a Patek's not going to move the needle," but
Yeah.
it's it might get back to him. Hey, that
You
big
know,
collector
that
didn't like
yeah,
what you said, and he's
yeah.
out.
Yeah, like, they're looking at $100,000 level watches, There are only a few companies that make watches at that level, mainstream for the most part. I mean, obviously, micro brands you can hit that, but Patek is one of the big ones. Like, if you're going for that level of watch, a lot of people head there. And another thing I just heard, and it was an angle that I didn't even think about, was the fact that Thierry can't leave Patek and they won't fire him. So I think it's frustration all the way around. And he's just like, if I can't get out, I'm gonna burn the place to the ground. You know, and so he's mad at the customers because anything he tries, they're gonna complain about at some level. Some people will love it, some people will hate it, and he's gonna have to deal with that. And, you know, of course, for the week and a half or so before he released the statement, people were just massacring that watch, you know? And if he was the guy that made it and he decided that he wanted to step in and design something, I mean, how would you feel if somebody tore something that you spent time on apart? As an
I
artist, that hurts. You know,
I
even though,
think
you know, I hear it a lot, but that hurts.
right before we get to this member chat, I think he read the market wrong. I think he thought people would really
Mm,
like it. A lot of his
yeah,
press releases prior were we're doing something fun, innovative, like nothing you've ever seen, blah 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 blah, right?
yeah.
And when people, so he probably thought everyone was going to be like, because think about it, integrated steel sports watches, big hit the past couple years. Cartier Santos, it's doing great, right? You've got people like Avi and Co. We'll take as many as we can get. He's
Hmm.
probably looking at that data and going, "Oh, this is going to be amazing." And then, nope, it's not amazing. People hate it. He's
Yeah.
like, well, "You hate it because you don't know what the hell you're talking about."
Yep.
Do you think part
Member
of it
chat
is
from
that
Gatsby.
that
Member chat from Gatsby, member for 2 months. I think the greater problem is the easy access social media provides
mm,
to the customers. Publicists used to provide a layer of reason standing between executives and celebrities and the general public. Yeah, I mean, the
mm,
great thing about the democratization of information is that we don't need Ben Clymer or Waco or any of these guys to tell us what we think of the watch. You know, we're able to assess for ourselves. We're able to see videos of the watch. We're able to see it on people's wrists. We're actually in this case, the rollout, which included exhibition models, was actually a pretty smart thing. Can you imagine if they were left to just pictures in magazines and on websites, and a few analysts and editorial people showing pictures of the watch on their wrist versus people actually going to the stores, going to the boutiques and seeing the watch in person? How much worse the reaction could have been.
I give them huge props. That's the one thing they did handle very well was every AD that I know. I haven't heard of
I'm gonna grab
any
my charger. I'll
Patek
be right back
AD.
in like 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
mhm.
I haven't heard any Patek AD where they were like, "Yeah, we don't know when we're getting one." Every single one had
Mm,
one. And that they did a good
yeah.
job with that.
And it sounds like, you know, behind the scenes, not only like maybe in the AD that you go to, but like a lot of them said they're making sure that they have a consistent flow of them in the shop. You know, they'll have at least three of them at all times because they want people to be able to see all of them. So that makes sense. And, you know, the thing, in answer to this for me, Diego, um, do you think it's because it is so part of it is the Cubitus is so similar to the Nautilus
No, I
as
think
to
I
why
think
people have such a strong reaction that there
if they
like there are
do,
some
if
hallmarks there.
if they do, I consider them lemmings. Um,
Okay.
Buckley says it all the time. He always says, "Oh, how many black dial watches are you going to have?" And I
Yeah.
think to myself, "Okay, what's the best color dial on a watch? Probably black. It's either black or white,
Yeah.
right? But most likely black. I wear one watch at a time.
Mhm.
So it might be a Speedy, a Daytona, whatever. I'm not wearing my Speedy. Like, let's say I had a black dial Daytona. I'm not going to wear my Speedy and go, ugh, but my Daytona's a black dial. So the people that say, oh, it's got the same bracelet as a Nautilus, you can say very unoriginal, non-innovative, etc. You're totally justified in saying that, but look at the watch and put the Nautilus outside your mind and ask
Mhm.
yourself, does this look good? I think for the Cubitus, I think that the Nautilus bracelet is very appropriate. I think it's
Mhm.
big DNA for Patek. It has been since the 70s. I don't think there's anything wrong with it sharing the same bracelet, the same clasp. I have zero issue with that. I think people need to look at watches on their own and say justifiably, or does this look good? Does it share a bracelet with the Nautilus? It does. Does the Nautilus look good? Yeah, it does. So what's the issue with this having a Nautilus bracelet? Again, you can say non-innovative, easy, boring, like should have done something different, but maybe they tried other different things and it just didn't work.
Because people could have complained the opposite way if they didn't do that and say, well, I wish they would have put the Nautilus bracelet on it. It's more comfortable.
Yeah, it's you never know. It's
can't
back.
win.
It's
Yeah.
Monday morning quarterbacking.
Yeah.
It's like when people tell me, "Don't you want kids?" Well, they're the best thing ever. I'm sure they are, but I don't have a kid, so I don't
You
have
don't want
those
kids?
feelings.
Oh,
I don't have those feelings, right? I don't have those, like they
Right.
say, I can't imagine my life without kids. You need to have kids. And I'm thinking, well, I have a life without kids, so I can't imagine a life with kids.
Yeah.
So it's like no matter what you do, there's always going to be that opposite spectrum of what if. So
Do you think
Speedy
people were looking for a
Horrendous
more
member
dramatic-
super chat real quick. Just want to get this in here. Speedy Horrendous member for 1 month. Gatsby isn't the only one who can make a statement with a member chat. I'm going to use mine to make a brilliant point. Oh crap! I ran out of space. Speedy, thank you for the member chat. By the way, I want to also acknowledge that Gatsby, who's a member for 2 months, is a member at the senior advisor level. So Gatsby is a campaign senior advisor. There's multiple levels. Most of you are campaign volunteers, which is 100% awesome. But I just want to make a special note to Gatsby, who's a campaign senior advisor, which is like a super high level. That's like a $300 a month or something.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huge shout out to Gatsby. Really appreciate it. And by the way, the link to become members or upgrade your membership is in the chat. I see some new folks have joined. I want to say hi to Raf. I want to say hi to Watchragazi is in the chat. I want to say hi to Watchragazi.
Nice.
Mike in the chat. Jay from Copenhagen is also in the chat. Ola OC and panel. Good stream. 45 millimeters already there. It's an uphill battle. Yeah, with 45 mil, it's tough right out of the gate.
I'll tell you this. I never take photos in the ADs. I think it's a bad look. I think that's just my rule, right? But I kind of wish I did take photos just so that people could see what I'm talking about. Like on my puny wrist, it didn't, like when I put on an Explorer 42 or even a Speedy or a Yachtmaster 42 or a Breitling Super Ocean, whatever, and I put it on, people go, oh God, no, right? They're like, dude, that was horrible. That wasn't the case with the Cubitus. Yes, it had a large footprint, but it almost wore more like the way the bracelet wraps around the wrist. They did a really good job. It looked big on me, but it also looked like I was just wearing, I don't know, a really flat kind of statement piece. It didn't look too big on me, and that's why I keep saying I was surprised. Like it was almost like some weird optical illusion, like trying to figure out like why does this not look stupid. I just kept looking at it on my wrist, and I went to a mirror, so it's really not the worst thing in the world.
We just hit 71 viewers on the original OC and Watch Colony channels. Guys, upvote whatever live stream you're on. If you're on the original OC channel, we hit our goal for super chats for the day. Ryan Singer upvoted. Guys, if you're on the original OC channel, let's get to 35 upvotes. If you're on the Watch Colony channel, upvote there as well. I also wanted to bring up something else related to the Terry Stern kind of controversy. It's not only that he took credit for the design, and then he said that if you don't like the watch, that chances are that if you're one of the critics of the watch, that you're not a fan of Patek Philippe anyway, and you probably don't have one and wouldn't buy one. But he also said this, and I think this is something that went over kind of poorly when he was asked about the design of the watch. And I'm quoting Terry Stern, CEO of Patek Philippe here. He says, quote, "Internally, I don't go to clients with designs and ask them for their opinion. Never. I don't work with external designers either. We've done that, but it never worked. Now,
Can I answer? Can I make a quick statement? I'll be very
about
brief.
that, sure.
Yes, I'll be very brief. For those that don't know, Terry Stern is responsible for the following: the Patek 24, the AutoZone. And I'm serious when I say this. I swear
And
to
the
God.
Cubitus. Yeah,
And now the Cubitus.
that's right. That's his track
So
record for design. He was responsible for the 24. His design was the AutoZone, the 6007, and this. And when he says, for example, like, I don't go to clients with designs and ask them for their opinion. Never. I don't work with external designers either. We've done that, but it never worked. When you're launching a watch that has a dial that is straight out of the Nautilus, when you have wings that are straight out of the Nautilus, when you have a bracelet that's an exact copy of the Nautilus, which was designed by Gerald Genta, and you say that we've worked with external designers before, but it never worked. That's an absolute slap in the face, not only to the most prestigious sports piece that you have. We know that he doesn't want the Nautilus to be emblematic of the brand, but he's also knocking his own design because his watch is basically a Nautilus XL. So to say something so tone deaf as we've worked with external designers before and it never worked, it literally makes no sense.
You're building your company on a design that somebody else made. Like, it's your breadwinner. Like, how can you be that tone deaf where you're just like, nope, they didn't help.
John D, welcome to the panel. What's up?
Hey, everybody. How are you?
Hey, sorry about your Yankees, but hey.
Don't rub it in.
Sorry about
Life
that.
happens. Life happens.
Whole Milk's in the chat. Doc Mick in Florida. What's up, guys? But John D, what say you? Any thoughts on anything that we've talked about so far?
I wanted to put it in this perspective, and I'm just going to ask you, and you guys can tell me what you think. If you were offered, let's say, the Nautilus, the Aquanaut, or this Cubitus, and you're offered just one, which are you picking?
Nautilus.
Right. So you've already established the same hierarchy that just about everybody else would establish.
It's the NAC.
So,
This
so
is actually,
does this,
there's a term, the NAC, Nautilus, Aquanaut, Cubitus.
just right. So okay. So does this fall in the same range that the code will fall into, where it's a transient piece that gets you access to something better?
No, I don't think so.
You think this is an end goal for some collector?
Whether it is or not, the Patek will make sure that it is that. You know
But
what I mean?
you might say, let's put I'll throw another option. So you're offered two watches from Rolex. You get offered to Platona, or you get offered a Le Mans. Which one are you taking? Which one are they establishing? You know, they're saying that this one item might be the end goal. Is this Cubitus the end goal for some collectors? I don't even know that Patek can force that hand. They can make it rare and inaccessible, but that doesn't make it valuable. So it just means it's this thing in the wings that's waiting for collectors.
The reality is, this is the harsh reality. There will always be people, no matter what, that want to have the latest and greatest. We've seen it already on social media. Mark Wahlberg, I can't remember the name of the rapper. I've already seen soccer players wearing them, right? Like, they don't care what the watch looks like. They want that. And then there's always going to be the people that simply look at the secondary value. So like your question about the Platona or the Le Mans, if you told me you're going to be on a desert island, you can't sell, I'm taking the Platona. I think it's a better looking watch. But so many people will think with their wallet as opposed to what they really care about.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think as long as a Cubitus is going over retail, people are going to love to get the call for it. Now, what they do with it afterwards, who knows, right? I have an idea what they're going to do.
If it's a flip, then I don't think it's the end goal for collectors, because I'm thinking in terms of what you pick as your Grail watch or whatever it is something that's not leaving your collection. It's a permanent edition, and you're going to pass that one on down and say, "Listen, this is my holy Grail. I wouldn't trade this or move it out of the collection for just about anything." I think the Cubitus is not in that range, just because I don't think it's a really bad design either. I think it's just scale is their limiting factor.
There's too much better. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem with the Cubitus is the Aquanaut and the Nautilus.
And the Nautilus has first mover advantage, so you'll always want what came first, the originator, the one that people wanted long before this Cubitus showed up. So there's no history to this.
Now,
the Cubitus is a new item, just like the Code is a new item. You like it because you like it for aesthetics, or maybe you want to just tap into the brand somehow. But from a collector who's going to say, I want the original that started it all, I wouldn't even look at a Cubitus, even if you offered it at a discount. I just wouldn't take it.
Now let me add this. We must not forget that there are a lot of people that have very strong feelings against Nautilus, against Aquanaut. There are many people who have not entered the brand because perhaps it's not for them, right? Like, they're huge AP fans. They love all the crazy stuff AP does. They love 1159s. They love modern contemporary designs. They look at current Patek Sports and they say, this is so old. This looks like a watch from the 70s. And maybe when they see the Cubitus, they go, finally, right? Imagine the guy that has a collection of offshores. That's all he cares about. He loves offshores, right? And they release a Cubitus. That's the guy that this watch is his end goal. That's all he's going to want, because the 5712 is too small. The 5980 he thinks looks stupid. The 5990, he's like, this is a dumb looking watch. To us, they're beautiful, but there are a lot of people, I think, that truly look at this new design and they say this is amazing.
I agree with you. I mean, having a running dialogue with SE, he's been very defensive, feeling like people haven't given this a clean slate, and say, take a look at it, give it some time, let it soak in. You jumping to conclusions. Not everyone has had it on the wrist, although OC was the first to break into this and show everybody what it really looks like. I think scale was their error, but for people with big wrists, like maybe a Buckley guy, hey, this is a cool sports watch to have. Sports-ish watch. It's not really a sports watch, but it might be a super thing for some collectors. But how many people are in that range to say this is my choice over all of the alternatives? And I'm not even saying Patek alternatives. I'm going to throw out there things like.
But you're assuming, John, that you're going to have a choice.
No, you're right. I'm saying for the rare collector.
I think from what I've been,
the person who's been offered this, those are also the people who are getting offered Platonas and Le Mans. So I'm trying to just make a parallel connection, saying, the top end collectors who'd be offered this, they might say, well, I don't know if I want that. For 40 grand, maybe I want something else.
I think collectors who've achieved the level where they've earned the ability to get loyalty pieces. Appreciation pieces are really what I call them, because these are watches that you get because you've been very loyal to the brand, and it's a way of the dealer. It's a reward, basically.
We have to call OC, like, no question, like those kind of people, right? No, but that's how they are. Like, seriously, they get a Platona in, and they've got 2 or 3 people in mind. That's it.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know about that. But like, I've been told, like, to get a Cubitus, and this may be wrong, it may be bullshit, but I've been told, like, why would they change the process for giving hard to get watches just because it's a new watch? If a watch is hard to get, they're going to apply the same standards, the same criteria to people that they always apply, which is they have to be very loyal to the brand, they have to be loyal to the retailer, they have to have a certain amount of spend history, they have to have diversity of their collection. And I've been told, like, chances are, like, because the Cubitus is so limited, and it's going to be limited for the foreseeable future, the people who deserve to get it are the people who already paid their dues. These are people who already have the Calatravas, the Grand Complications, and already have the Nautiluses, by the way. And they probably have several Nautiluses, and they're bored with them. They probably so instead of getting another Nautilus, they're going to choose this because it's a reward piece. Like you're going to get something that nobody else has. It's worth way over retail, and you're not going to flip it. You're hopefully loyal to us as a retailer and to the brand, and it's a thank you to us for having been a loyal customer on the journey for all this time.
Yeah.
So the idea that you're going to get, I mean, are there some people with limited purchase history who will get this as their first sports piece? Sure, because that's what Patek kind of has hinted that's what they want to do. They've created a new hierarchy. This is at the lower end of the hierarchy. This is now the new, quote, entry-level sports elegant stainless steel piece in the lineup, the new time only. And for some, instead of getting a Nautilus or an Aquanaut, which you're never going to get, you'll be allocated this instead, and a certain number of people will get it, and they should be happy. I mean, right? If you turn this down, I don't think there's a high likelihood. And I know it's fun for us to hope that, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm turning this down, and I'm holding out for the Nautilus. That's what I would do. I don't think very many people will do that. I think 90% of the people will know that if they turn this down, it could be years before they get offered a Nautilus or an Aquanaut.
So as a comparison related to other brands, give me the other equivalent of, so you're saying that this is, in that early...
This watch is the kiss of death, John D. If you're on the list for a Panda and your AD calls you for a black dial Daytona, you take the black dial Daytona. Is what OC is saying.
Well, I mean, it's not it's not as cut and dry in that case, because, but yeah, the Panda Daytona is hard to get. They may tell you, listen, if you don't take this, we don't know when you're going to get the Panda Daytona. But this is
you could just be content in that and say, I really don't want that. I'll take a dress
if
piece.
they really know that, like, if you've made it clear for a couple years, and every time you buy a watch, like, so does this get me closer to the Panda, like people do? They know you want a Panda, so them offering you the black, that's their way of saying you're not going to get the Panda, right? If you've been on the list for a Nautilus or an Aquanaut for the past couple of years, and you've bought a bunch of pieces, and you've made it very clear that it's your dream watch, and you get the call for the Cubitus, that's their way of saying you're not getting the Nautilus, you're not getting the Aquanaut.
I don't know if it's their way of saying that, or if it's just their way of just getting people off making their job easier. If they can say, I mean, people who are on the list for the Pepsi get offered the Batman all the time, and a lot of people take it. They say, you know what, this is good enough. And once they do, that saves the Pepsis and the Nautiluses for the customers who are real pains in the ass. In a good way, right? They're the people who are really holding out, the people who really, really, really want it.
I think if you say no, though, I don't think that puts you in a good position to get what you truly want. And I think if you say yes, you're like, well, fuck, they're not going to sell me the Aquanaut, so I guess I'll take this. Maybe I'll get the Aquanaut next. You better be ready to wait 2 to 3 years, because they're going to say, we already gave you a Cubitus, the hottest, best new sports piece we have, and you want more, right? So I think getting offered this watch, unless you truly want it, it's the kiss of death.
Can't anyone just say that? Other brands be like, listen, this is the most amazing code 1159 ever. It's the latest, greatest sports watch. If you don't want this, I don't see any reason to give you anything.
They do.
And they do that. And they do test you by offering you the code, offering you the diver, offering you the offshore, and seeing if you bite. And a large percentage of people
say no. A lot of people also say, I'll pass.
But those people don't get called back.
Yeah, but a lot of people say yes, and it's part of the sales process. If you can get someone on buying a code and a diver and an offshore before they get their Royal Oak, there's a much higher likelihood that you've gotten them to buy 4 watches rather than if you give them the Royal Oak first. You give them the Royal Oak first, the buyer is in the driver's seat. And when you offer the code, you offer the diver, they can say no.
Yep.
Shout out to the ice cream truck outside Diego's house. Mikey, member for 1 month. Evening OC, Diego, Jen, John G, John D, and the crew. Terry's interview sounds like a PR disaster. What has Terry got in his sketch pad for 6 years' time? The Circulus? A round ellipse with Nautilus themed dial? Yeah. Listen, Mikey, appreciate your being a member. Guys, become members if you're not already a member on the channel. I also wanted to say that, yeah, I mean, they do have a way of kind of not taking you off track from what you really, really want, but satisfying as many people as possible. So if when they offer you something that's less hard to get, that comes in more frequently, a lot in their mind, they're really just looking to satisfy the maximum number of people. Look, if they offer it to you, if you don't want it, that's fine. But I'm trying to do my best for you guys. That's what you hear a lot from these essays. Listen, I'm doing my best. I'm trying. I'm fighting for you. You know, I'm there for you. You hear a lot of these words of affirmation from that. Like I'm doing everything I can is something you hear a lot.
Yeah.
Because there's they get offered pieces, and they got offered a Batman and you wanted a Pepsi. He's like, hey, if you're not going to get offered a Pepsi in 3 years, he's going to offer it to you. Say, hey, why don't you take this? That way I know that you're at least happy.
So quasi similar, not that same situation, but after I got the Aquanaut, I think maybe a month later, I was like, hey, so how am I looking for the Daytona? And the person at the AD literally looked at me and said, you just got an Aquanaut, relax. And I was like,
Yikes.
I go, well, I mean, in a joking manner, right? She wasn't like, fuck off, but she's like, listen, you just got a really sick piece. Enjoy that. Don't worry about the Daytona. Like, we've done you a solid. Take that and run with it for now. We've got other customers that we need to help, right?
Exactly.
And that's maybe what they'll do with the Cubitus, and that's why I say that if you take it, but your end goal is a Nautilus or an Aquanaut, like it might be a really long time. But if you don't take it, then they say, well, you told me for years that you're a Sports Patek fan. This is a Sports Patek watch. It's the newest one. It's hard to get. Are you not a fan of the brand? I thought you were, right?
Yep. And they're used to hearing all of the typical reasons and rationales for why we should be getting it's my 25th anniversary. It's my 50th birthday. I just retired. I just landed a big deal. I just got promotion. I mean, they know all of those things, and their job is to kind of figure out which ones matter and which ones don't matter.
I looked at my. I had to grab a strap from my box of things, and the Patek box was in there, and I looked at the receipt. I got it the day after my birthday. I don't know if that factored into it, but it's a big coinkydink, I never once said, by the way, my birthday's coming up, but it's very interesting that it was the day after.
Yep. Here's another one. Whole Milk says, we're here for you. Yeah. Or we hear you. That's a combination of we hear you and we're here for you. Thank you, Whole Milk. Guys, over 60 people watching on the combined channels. Upvote the live stream on which you're watching right now. We're going to go for another 15 minutes unless you guys want to change the topic. I do want to quickly get back to this. It's a 3-minute read. This is the new Christian Ward Bel Canto Classic. Let's just zoom through this real quick and see what we got here. We asked our regular readers to name 2 of the most attractively priced watches with a striking hour complication. The C1 Bel Canto from Christian Ward would definitely be one of them. The other would be Meistersinger Bel Aura. And here is the new Bel Canto Classic. It retains the proportioned, blow this up a little bit, 41 millimeter diameter and 48 millimeter lug to lug, grade 5 titanium case. Featuring gently curved lugs, water resistance of 30 meters. And so I'm not sure what makes this different from the first one. Let's see. Another noticeable update is the redesigned time dial, now circular, brushed, and featuring crisp Roman numerals, replacing the baton indices of the earlier bel canto. So here we go. Roman numerals here now instead of stick indices. Cool. And the price point for this is 4,450 euros with a leather strap, 4,885 euros with the bracelet. So under
Sounds
5,000.
reasonable. Not terrible.
Sounds not crazy, but also pretty big chunk of change for a micro brand.
The dial was not guillochade before. That's guillochade, and it has a box crystal on it now.
Dial plate decorated with a laser etched guilloche pattern, available in blue, gold, green, and silver. Let me see here. There we go.
Well, it's interesting.
Check it out. All right.
Not too bad. Not too bad. It seems all right to me. And I know they did some collaborative work with Armstrong to get the chiming mechanism to sound right, because no one had done research on how best to generate, sounds. And I guess that company had done some good work.
So there we covered it.
Not a bad effort.
Not a bad effort. Yeah. All right. So there we go. So good stream. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Oh, that was a good one.
It was a good one, guys. Upvote a live stream on your way out. I want to thank Diego M, John D, Timepiece Tempress from jumping on the panel. I want to thank everybody who supported the show with their member milestone super chats and their regular super chats. I want to thank Rose and Dewey, Ray, Captain for becoming a new member, Brody and Dewey became a member, Happy Meal, Shamba Basher, Sean, One Pashar, Johnny O, Thomas Burnett, Wristwatch Holic, Dear Artifact, Logan Hall's Grill Streams, Jen G, Wayne's World, Gatsby, Speedy Hernandez, and Mikey. Thank all you guys for all of your support. Everybody watching, everybody who's a member. Don't end the stream. You've covered 2 topics. Yeah, that's a lot of topics. What else am I going to do? I mean, if someone wants to jump on and continue, but it's 2 hours for me. And I know that people want to get back to their Halloween. Don't end the stream.
Yeah.
Halloweenies.
Okay. I can try to stay on. How about this? For a small super chat, we'll extend the show by 2 minutes. How about that? You have 1 minute. It's a 1 minute deadline. If we get a super chat in the next 1 minute, we'll extend the show by 2 minutes. Whole Milk says, what about the Tudor GMT? Ugh.
You're so funny.
Eddie's watches.
What
What's
happened
up,
to Diego?
Eddie?
What happened to Diego?
He left. He heard you were coming on, and he bailed.
Yeah, he didn't want to get outflexed.
Oh man.
Some very simple rules to live by. Yes.
How are things going in the meathead, the Spartan meathead group?
I'm not in that group. I'm in outflex.
Oh, they're going well. Buckley rules with an iron fist.
I can't be in that group. I'm gonna outflex everybody too badly.
I don't know. SE is way up there as the top dog right now.
No, we have in our private group chat. That's why I put all my lifting videos, because I don't want to humble everybody just yet.
All right, Whole Milk. You got your wish. This is a new tutor. It's the Pelagos FXD GMT Zulu time. It's a very, very long name. I don't have any opinion or any positive opinion about this watch, so I will refrain from commenting. Let's pull up some pictures here.
Is it ceramic?
Titanium.
Titanium. Yeah, this is the. Don't buy this, guys. Don't buy this. Don't buy any tutors. Sorry. Just I don't even know how much it is, but chances are it's too expensive. Let's find out how much it is.
Tutor shitters.
Hey, OC, Gen G, Eddie, I'm gonna step off. I'm gonna have
all right.
trick or
Thank
treaters
you.
coming by. Have a great day.
Care.
Enjoy
Thank you,
Halloween.
John D. Have a great
Take
one.
care.
See you
Safe.
soon. All right. Let's see here. Price. Let's just get down to the brass tacks. 4,690 euros. Or $4,625 US. Yeah.
Okay.
What?
It's
It's more
pat.
euros than dollars?
Yeah.
Slightly more euro. They're about all the same, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Not a bad looking watch, but do not buy it. Do not buy this. But thank you, Whole Milk. Hey, Liberty Spots in the chat. This movement and dial, the movement, dial, and bezel in a Black Bay 58 case with bracelet would be nice, or Blackberry case. Blackberry case would look good. Be very square, rectangular. Got AB in the chat. What's up, AB? Guys, thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. And upvote the live stream on your way out. Have an amazing Halloween, guys. Happy Halloween. Thanks again to Eddie. Thanks to Diego, John D, Timepiece Temptress. Have an amazing afternoon and a great Halloween. Peace out.
See ya.
See ya.